Part of the journey of, saving yourself is also having self-respect for yourself, okay? A lot of people do not have self-respect in this day and age for themselves. A lot of people, disrespect themselves by allowing shit people into their life, or, allowing people to disrespect them or putting them in situations that don't benefit them. At the end of the day, most people lack self-respect for themselves, and people who lack self-respect for themselves cannot save themselves. Those are what you call a damsel in distress, someone who's constantly looking to be rescued for whatever the fucking reason. On this damn journey that you call life, if you're genuinely, hyped up about being your own savior and you want to save yourself and all this shit, you got to learn to have self-respect, meaning you have to learn to stand up for yourself, especially when the time calls for it. But at any given fucking moment, 24/7, you always have to be standing up for yourself. You can't take disrespect. You got to be able to have fucking balls. You got to be able to defend yourself in any way, verbally, physically. You just have to be able to defend yourself, stick up for yourself. Like, you just have to be that type of person. When I say you got to be able to defend yourself, I'm not saying you have to go fight people and be able to defend yourself, but you have to be able to take care of yourself. You got to be able to hold your own. If you can't do any of that, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to be able to save yourself. You know what I mean? So having self-respect, it just means to stand up for yourself, meaning you're not going to take shit no matter who it is, where it comes from. You're always going to be standing on 2 fucking feet. You're going to be, standing on solid ground, and you're always going to know what to do. You're never going to let anything backtrack you. You're just going to do what you have to do, and that's fucking it. Respect doesn't mean you have to be this fucking heroic, figure, this big, person everyone has to look up to. Self-respect just means you love yourself enough not to take any shit, and that you only want the best for yourself, and you won't allow anything that's other than what's best for you. That's it. And self-respect doesn't mean you have to be this big, strong motherfucker. It just means you gotta be able to hold your own, stand on your own 2 fucking feet, and do what you have to do, and not let anybody hold you back. That's all it is. Again, you don't gotta be some tough ball motherfucker, nails sticking out of you, you know what I mean? Like, you look all fucked up, demented. Like, you don't gotta be tough or scary and shit to be able to do this. Again, you just gotta be able to stand on your own 2 feet, stick up for yourself, and when the time calls for it, especially stick up for yourself, stand up for yourself, and be able to hold your own. Again, holding your own doesn't mean you gotta fight people and fucking win. It just means you're not gonna let anyone, throw you down and disrespect you. You'll do what you have to do to defend your own fucking honor. But I gotta be careful how I say that, because it doesn't mean go and fight. It just means be able to hold your own, be able to take care of yourself, and you don't need anybody else to do it for you. You gotta be able to learn how to do this shit on your own, essentially. If you don't have self-respect for yourself, how the fuck do you think you're gonna be able to be your own fucking hero? Think about any person who doesn't have self-respect for themselves. They're a damsel in distress, meaning they always need to be rescued, so they can never save themselves, nor can they recognize the fact that they have to save themselves. They're always expecting somebody else to do it. So you got to break free of that fucking mindset. Learn to be your own fucking person. Take care of yourself. Take care of business the way you know best. And don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone in who's shit. Don't let anything in that shit. You only want the best for yourself, and that's it. This is a starting process and being your own savior, because by doing all these steps, you're building yourself up in the person that you're meant to be. And that person that you're meant to be is the person that's supposed to defend you, to stick up for you. Like, be your own fucking hero. That's you. So you're building yourself up through all of these tasks and all this shit to become the guy you're meant to be, or girl you're meant to be, so you can be able to defend yourself or stick up for yourself and, stand on 2 fucking feet. It's a process, people. It doesn't happen overnight. This takes fucking years. Like, you gotta practice this shit. If you're somebody that's always, let people run all over you, doesn't happen overnight. You're not gonna just be this magical person standing up for yourself overnight. That takes courage. It takes time. It takes breaking habits, patterns, in order for all this shit to happen. So again, don't freak out expecting you have to do this overnight, or you're a fucking loser. No one's a fucking loser. It takes time. It's going to take years depending on who you are, your circumstances, how willing you are to do all these things. You know what I mean? If you're less willing to go through the process, it's going to take a hell of a lot longer, because you're going to be battling with yourself as you go through the process, and you might backtrack at times. Whereas somebody who already knows what they want and they're willing to do this shit, they'll trek through that so much faster, because they're already willing to do whatever the fuck it takes. So again, everybody works in their own fucking time, but the starting phase of being your own hero means you got to be able to stick up for yourself, stand up for yourself, and don't let any bullshit in. You don't let disrespect, you don't let any of that shit. That's That's just the starting point and where we need to get in order to be the hero that you've always needed yourself. Because you don't want to be a damsel in distress. You don't need other people to save you. You are more than capable of saving yourself. So I'm preparing you guys for the steps and the process ahead so you can fully be that person to be your own fucking hero. So no one can do it for you, but only you can. I know this is a lot. So let's just end it on a good note. Just give me a big kiss. It's gonna be all right, people. You can do this. It's, again, takes time. Don't freak out if you're not there right now. Don't freak out if you're not there next year, 2 years. As long as you're actively working every day to better yourself, to take less shit from others and things and whatnot, you're fucking golden. Now give me a kiss, shut the fuck up, and let's end this on a good fucking note.